What's up guys, it's Cobalt here, and in today's video we're going to talk about some brand new, kind of obscure Littlest Pet Shop merchandise that's actually available right now at HotTopic, which you can find a link down below in the description to. So basically, like about a year ago, HotTopic released this t-shirt, and it's super cool. I know a lot of people who own this and a lot of people who were searching for it. I love the graphic on the tee of the LPS artwork. It's really fun, but unfortunately for me anyways, this is a woman's cropped t-shirt, and sorry to disappoint, but I'm not wearing that. So I have since been periodically checking the HotTopic website to see if they would release more shirts, and a couple months ago I discovered this t-shirt right here, which I think is pretty cute, and it's unisex. So I have been looking around at my different local HotTopics, and I've never actually seen this shirt in stores. So last week I decided, you know what, I'm finally gonna buy this shirt. So I went onto the website and I found something even better. I found this t-shirt, guys. Is this not the sickest thing you've ever seen? I'm so hyped. I ordered this. I'm gonna cut it into a tank top. It's gonna be fire. But before I did actually order it online, I decided that I would check a HotTopic store, because for my current new job, I have to walk past a HotTopic every day to clock into work anyways. So I popped in, didn't find the shirt, but instead I found something really cool, which is what this video is actually about, and that is these Littlest Pet Shop jewelry pieces with little charms of little LPS. How cool is that? Okay, so I've actually known about these guys for a while as well, but more specifically, I knew about these ones. These were the original ones that HotTopic dropped, and as you can see, they're all of the characters from the G5, G6 era TV show, which I never watched. I don't know anybody who watched it. I don't like these LPS really, which is why I never bought them. I think they're kind of cool, and if I were gonna get one, I'd probably get the Black Cat, because I do enjoy that LPS and I think it's a cute design. And if I ever end up doing a follow-up video to this, I will probably buy those to show off in a video. But even more recently, this year, obviously, HotTopic has released these, and I've been eyeing these every single time I go into the store, and I think it's so cool because these are actual G7 LPS. You can see there's the Lucky Cat and one of the corgis from Wave 1 of G7. They do look a little bit weird and a little bit wonky, which is why I'm so surprised at how good these look. So with all of that info out of the way, let's actually take a closer look at these guys. So I want to start off by looking at the shark and the dolphin, because obviously I'm really excited for the shark. I've always been a huge fan of the shark LPS, and so this is going to be a really cute addition to my collection. But I do also want to save the dragon LPS for last, because those are what seriously surprised me with these new products. But I sifted through all the ones that they had at the store to make sure that I found ones that actually looked pretty good, and I don't think that these ones look too bad. So it's really interesting because the packaging style is from the G5, G6 era, which obviously makes sense with the original jewelry pieces that were released. So yeah, you can see that era of the Littlest Pet Shop logo, and I believe, because there's also a perforation in the packaging here, I'm guessing this is supposed to be a friendship necklace or something. You can see the god-awful price tag at the top, but luckily HotTopic was doing a buy one get one 25% off. But I want to turn your attention over to here so you can see who's actually producing these. I don't know anything about jewelry, you guys, so I've never heard of this company. But you can see licensed by Hasbro, and it's a 2025 licensing. Obviously no mention of Basic Fun, because Basic Fun is actually only in charge of distributing toys, so they have no connection to producing these. But obviously Hasbro does still own the rights to Littlest Pet Shop. Basic Fun just now has the rights to creating the toys. I think that's especially interesting because obviously all of these pets are G2 LPS except for the Dolphin here, which is a G7, and then the two other G7 pets that I mentioned earlier. So I'm not a jewelry person whatsoever, so my whole intention with buying these, not only to show them off in the video, is also just to remove them from the necklace chains. I'll probably I don't know, use the chains for LPS or for customs or something, and then just add these little dudes to my collection. So there's a little eye pin attachment that's connected to the charm, so I think I can just twist that off probably. Okay, so I freed the shark. Now he's got a little hole in his head, and that is the state of the eye pin. Now I'm gonna remove the dolphin. Okay, here's the dolphin. This process would be way faster with pliers, honestly. I'm gonna remove the dragons too, so I can just show everything all at once. But again, quickly to show off the back, everything here is exactly the same, so licensed by Hasbro. Okay, they're finally freed. Removing the wires and stuff from the dragons was actually way harder, but let's start off with the dolphin. Alright, so here's how it looks for all of the design elements here, the little swirls and the spots. Those are indented into the plastic. These are made of plastic, but they are coated in resin. The eyes are pretty much flat on, although there's a little bit of an indentation for them, and the mold mold is basically just a shrunken down version of the actual one, and as you can see, it says copyright Hasbro on the bottom. Of course, this wouldn't be an LPS Cobalt video without a comparison to the actual thing. So here is the LPS that was from a Petfluencer set in Series 1 of G7. This LPS obviously has glitter, although there is a metallic variant. This one doesn't have any glitter or metallic paint on its fin, it's just painted pink. Not crazy about the dolphins, but you know, this is fitting for a pairing that comes with the shark. Again, I just think that it's super interesting how all of the rest of the LPS I'm showing you in today's video are G2 remakes, but this is a G7 one, and it's even more interesting that a G7 pet comes with a G2 pet. But now that we have this guy out here, let's take a look at the shark. Very excited about this one. I really wish that this could have been the yellow shark from G7, because I feel like it just would have made sense. But here's a comparison. But it's cool that they still got the like different color tips on the fins. It's not really a gradient like it is on this guy, but you can still see the detailing there. So wild to see like technically what is a G2 figure appear in 2025. The major difference with this guy is that he only has 2 little teeth like a vampire, and then this one's got all 5 of his teeth. He still does have the little nostril indentations though, and I think he's so cute and he's so silly. Look at that. That's so cool, you guys. I love these. But now it's time to take a look at the dragons, because arguably I think these are just extremely cool. Oh my god. Not only are they extremely detailed and small, but all of the design elements are spot on, and you can still see a lot of detail in the sculpt as well. And I do love, again, that these are like coated in resin because they're super glossy. I just think they look so sweet. And I love that we got 2 different of the dragons. So these are the 2 like normal dragons that came out in the very end of G2 with the LPS fairy line. Obviously, we also later on got the red dragon, but that was a special Chinese New Year exclusive. And then now with G7, we have all of our San Diego Comic-Con dragons. So these are the 2 original G2 LPS. I used to have the actual LPS version of this guy, but I no longer have it, so unfortunately no comparison with this one. But I do have the pink dragon that I can compare to. Oh my god, he is so tiny. I think this is probably the biggest size difference that is actually crazy. Unfortunately, the dragons don't really stand up. Everybody's falling over. Oh my god. Unfortunately, these little dragons don't really stand up, which I'm not gonna fault. Oh, he's standing, yay. Obviously, they're charms for jewelry, so they're not supposed to stand. This purple one actually stands a lot better than the pink one. I think maybe the sculpt on this one is just a little bit faulty. He's kind of leaning forward. Their heads also do not move, by the way, obviously. And taking the wire out of these ones is a lot harder. You can see it's actually still partially left in on the purple one because my pliers ended up breaking them, and I cannot twist it out with my fingers. But I feel like there's also just a lot more resin coated up there to protect the glitter, which again is why I thought it was interesting that the dolphin here has no glitter, when obviously that's something that they could do on the dragons. And these were not more expensive than the other necklace sets, even though I think that they're way higher quality and they just look so much cooler. I also think that it would be so fun to maybe get more of these in the future and try to make a mini custom. Let me know if that's something you guys would want to see. But yeah, I'm super impressed with all the detail on them. I just think it's so cool. I would love to use these as like little props in the background of a video in like a set or something, as a little figure in somebody's bedroom maybe. Yeah, that one just does not want to stand up. But I love the LPS dragons. I think a lot of people do. A lot of people were also really sad that they couldn't get the Comic-Con dragons from last year. So now, if you live near a Hot Topic, you totally have a shot at getting one of these cool little mini dragons, which I think is a lot of fun. When I was at the Hot Topic, it seemed like they had a lot in stock, which is pretty cool. And then obviously they had the other ones, the cat and the dog and the G6 ones that I did not buy. So if you guys would like to see a part 2 to this video, let me know down below in the comments. But like I said, I will of course be linking all of this stuff down below in the description. As of right now, I haven't actually seen these 2 sets on the website, but everything else is on the website. And if you just go to Hot Topic and search up Littlest Pet Shop, you can see all the LPS merch that they have. Like I said, I just wanted to make this video to show off these because I think they're really neat and interesting. I know in the beginning of the video I said it was like obscure merch, but Hot Topic's not that obscure. It's pretty mainstream. So that is really cool to see like actual officially licensed LPS merch at a store as popular as Hot Topic, because that's definitely not something that we would have seen back in the day. So yeah, these are going to be pretty cool collection pieces. Let me know if you guys are going to try to find them for yourself, and if you are, which one? If you could only choose one set, which one would you get? I'm going to guess most people are probably going to go after the dragons, so get them before they sell out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!